They thought he was just another homeless man. But when two cops tried to embarrass him in front of everyone, he made one call that flipped the entire city upside down. It's just past 8 a.m. on a gray Tuesday in Monroe, Georgia. The sky's hanging low like wet cement, and even the traffic lights blink like they're still half asleep. On Vinville Avenue, there's a small, no-frills diner nestled between a dusty dry cleaner and a second-hand pawn shop. Not famous for food, but for the faces. That's where Clarence Dupree is, back against the wall. Same booth every single Tuesday. The army coat he wears is older than the dish rack in the back. Frayed, worn thin, but spotless. His beard's rough but trimmed. He smells like strong coffee and hand-rolled tobacco, the kind with too much paper. He's quiet, polite, never in the way. "Morning, Mr. Dupree," Carla says, the waitress. She's early 30s, 2 kids, runs the diner like air traffic control with a smile that never fades. "You got any of that peach cobbler?" Clarence asks. She laughs. "Not till lunch, you know that." "Usual?" she asks. Clarence gives a slow nod. Scrambled eggs, grits, 2 bacon strips. Toast if it isn't burned. Coffee, no cream, no sugar. Always the same. Behind the counter, Harold, the owner, peeks over his glasses. "That man could run this place better than me with one hand tied," he murmurs to Carla. She grins. "Only reason I don't quit some days." To outsiders, Clarence looks worn down. No car, no fixed address, shoes older than most customers. But to this diner, he's family. A quiet kind, sure, but respected, trusted. He stirs his coffee, eyes flicking to the morning news above the counter. A report about vets losing benefits. He exhales slow, says nothing. Outside, the streets fill. Students to Mercer, workers to Robbins Air Force. Nobody notices the black and white cruiser pull up. No sirens, just 2 officers. Calm, routine. Officer Langley steps out first. Tall, built like an ex-linebacker who still lifts. His partner, Officer Ree, short, blocky clipboard in hand. They walk in like it's muscle memory. Carla spots them. "Morning, officers. Your table's open." They don't answer. Langley's already beelining toward Clarence. "You eating here?" he asks. Clarence gives a slow blink. "I am." "You buy anything?" Ree cuts in. "Coffee. Breakfast coming." Clarence replies. Langley eyes the counter. "Got a receipt?" Carla steps up. He's good. Comes in all the time. Langley ignores her. "Did I ask you?" Carla starts to speak, but Harold lifts a calming hand. "Let it go." Clarence doesn't flinch. "I paid. She took the order. Ask her." "Got ID?" Ree snaps. Clarence calmly reaches into his jacket, slides out an old leather wallet, and hands over a cracked VA card. Langley scoffs. "This it? It's all I need." Ree chuckles. "Say it out loud," Ree insists. Clarence exhales. Clarence Dupree, born February 10th, 1968. Ree heads back to the cruiser. Langley stays. "How long you been sitting here?" "About 30 minutes, Clarence replies. "And how long you plan to stay?" Clarence's eyes narrow, but his voice stays calm. "Long enough to eat my breakfast, like everyone else." Carla sets down his plate, not rushing, but fast enough to show nerves. Langley raises an eyebrow. "He already ordered?" "He's here every week. Pays cash. Polite," Carla replies, firm. "Ree, you homeless?" Clarence, "No house, but I've got a home." Langley smirks. "You got smart answers, huh?" Clarence picks up his fork like that'll end it. But it won't. Langley addresses the room. "See, this is the problem. Folks just think they can hang around, take advantage of nice people." Silence. Nobody answers. No one wants trouble. Clarence eats another bite. Chews, swallows. "I served in Iraq. 2 tours. Worked security till my Canaan." "I don't steal. I don't beg. I pay. So why are you talking to me like I broke into someone's house?" Langley smirks. "Just doing our job." Carla steps up. "Then check the register." He paid. I rang him up. Langley ignores her. "Ree, name again?" "Clarence. Still Clarence Dupree." Harold appears, wiping his hands. Can we talk outside? Langley. We're good. Harold. You sure? Because this looks like harassment. Langley. We got a complaint. Harold. From who? No answer. Clarence finishes his toast. Then he reaches into his coat again. This time, it's a scratched-up flip phone. Langley's already stiff. What's that? Clarence flips it open. Dials one number. Harold leans in. Clarence holds up one finger. It's happening again, he says into the phone. The entire diner freezes. Langley steps closer. Who did you just call? Clarence doesn't answer. Closes the phone. Sets it beside his plate. You said you're doing your job, Clarence says. Now Langley. Sir, I need you to come outside. Harold, not unless you're arresting him. Returns. Name checks out. Veteran. Honorable discharge. Bronze Star. Langley. Still homeless? Yeah. Cited once for loitering. Langley. Then he's a drifter. Doesn't belong. Carla. You let folks sit here for hours with one refill. But you target the only one who earned that right. Langley points. Ma'am, back off. Carla. You don't get to tell me that here. Clarence stays calm. I'm not the one making a scene. Langley. That's it. Get up. Clarence stands. Tall, straighter than before. I don't want trouble, he says. Langley reaches for cuffs. But the front door swings open. Hard. No chime. Just force. A man steps in, mid-40s, sharp navy suit, no badge, just presence. Straight to Clarence's table. Flashes a black leather ID. Assistant Director Mark Sorrell, DOJ. Langley freezes. Sorrell's voice is calm and deadly. I need badge numbers. No. There was no complaint. Sorrell snaps. You're both recorded. You questioned a veteran without cause. He's not a suspect, and you just crossed a line. Langley, you're not our supervisor. Sorrell, I'm your investigation. Clarence quietly sits again. Harold exhales. Carla's eyes are wide. Langley realizes everyone saw, everyone heard. And that body cam? Still rolling. Sorrell, step outside. Now. Langley and Ree shuffle out. Shamed. Silent. Sorrell stands beside Clarence. You all right? Clarence, didn't want to call you. I know, but you were right. Carla, wait, who is he? Clarence, friend from the old days. Harold, friend with a DOJ badge? Clarence smirks. Depends on the complaint. Sorrell apologizes. Won't take long. Need a word. Harold, say what you need. Coffee's on the house. Clarence, put it on me. I always pay. Carla nods. Of course you do. Sorrell sits. His tone drops, less official. This is the third time this year. You want me to escalate it? Clarence folds his napkin. Do what you need. I'm tired of proving myself to people who already made up their minds. Sorrell, you shouldn't have to. Clarence, they only care when I wear the uniform, not when I'm just trying to eat. Sorrell, they'll be suspended, at least. Clarence, I don't want apologies. I want respect. Something that sticks. Sorrell nods. We'll flag the footage. Internal Affairs will call. Then the press. Clarence, let them. Maybe next time they'll think twice. Outside, Ree's pacing. Langley's pale. Phone to his ear. Inside, Carla's pouring coffee, but her eyes keep flicking back. She's never seen this side of Clarence. That's the thing. Men like him, they don't yell. Don't need to. They just carry the weight. In silence. Sorrell stands, leaves a card. You call that number if anything happens. Ever. Clarence nods. I appreciate you. Sorrell's voice softens. Something is brewing. If you're reading this, do not scroll without hitting like on this video. If this story touched you, even for a second, help us spread the message. Respect, dignity, and truth only go viral if we make them. What Clarence doesn't realize yet is that the real storm isn't behind him. It's online. And it's just getting started. 2 hours pass, and the diner hums back to normal. Spoons clink on ceramic. Quiet chatter fills the air, and the coffee brews in the background. But something shifted. Not the booths or the breakfast orders. The people. The way they glance at Clarence now, it's different. There's a pause in their eyes. Curiosity, maybe even respect. Carla, refilling his cup, leans in. You sure about staying? Half the city's whispering already. Clarence shrugs. I didn't lie, didn't raise my voice. Harold grunts behind the counter. Doesn't matter. People don't want truth. They want fireworks. Clarence sips again. Then they better bring their own lighter. I'm not sparking it. Carla gives a soft laugh, but it dies quick. The door jingles again. This time it's not cops, not locals. It's a teenager. Hoodie, sweatpants, and a phone glued to her palm. You him? She says, walking straight up to Clarence's booth. Him who? You're the vet. From the video. The one at Henry's. Clarence blinks. What video? She turns her phone. TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. Someone posted the body cam, tagged the location. My brother's in another state. He saw it. Clarence leans back, jaw stiff. Already? She chuckles. You're trending, man. People are furious. Those cops, getting roasted. Twitter's cooking them. Harold walks over, brow tight. Wait, who dropped the footage? No clue, she says. It's got over 400,000 views in under 2 hours. Carla leans in. What does it even show? The girl taps the screen. Here, watch. Body cam flickers. Langley asks. Carla's voice protests off-screen. Langley reaches for cuffs, and Clarence just quietly picks up his phone. Then Cell walks in, a movie in real time. Clarence looks away. Watching it feels like being dissected on a stage. People are calling you a hero, the girl says. Silent strength. There's even a hashtag. Hashtag Clarence Dupree. I'm not a hero, Clarence mutters. You're not invisible anymore. She turns, walks out. Carla scrolls her phone, eyes wide. She's right. Articles are popping up. Someone from Savannah wants an interview. Clarence exhales deep. Wasn't looking for the spotlight. You sure? Harold asks. 'Cause maybe this is what we needed. People finally seeing. Clarence doesn't answer. His eyes drop to the VA card on the table. That scrap of plastic never got him housing, never got him work, never even earned a thank you. Now, it's viral, and that feels complicated. Because when the internet grabs a story, it doesn't just spread, it erupts. By noon, Clarence's name isn't just on social feeds, it's crawling across national news tickers. WRBL picks it up, calling it another case of unchecked power. CNN clips it for daytime news. YouTubers dissect it. TikTok remixes it. Everyone wants to know, who is Clarence Dupree? Soon, the digging starts. It begins with a dusty old photo, Clarence in combat gear, sand on his boots, rifles across shoulders. Caption reads, Operator Clarence Dupree, Task Force Wolfhound, 2006. Internet sleuths pull threads. Task Force Wolfhound, Classified Joint Ops Unit, hostage rescues, black ops work, records sealed, but veterans talk, quietly. One leaks a redacted commendation letter from 2007. Turns out, Clarence didn't just serve, he saved lives, many. No interviews, no press, just a paper trail of bravery buried in silence. Back in the diner, Clarence reads a local newspaper. It hasn't even caught up yet. His phone rings again. Sorrel, you should brace yourself, he say. For what? Clarence asks. Calls from everywhere. Reporters, congressmen, nonprofits. Some group wants to buy you a house. Clarence stares. A house? Yep, you're the internet's newest hero. Clarence lets out a breath. It's not joy, it's disbelief. I just came in for eggs. No, Sorrel says. You stood up without even getting out of your seat. Clarence stares through the window. The world is spinning now, too fast to ask if he wanted to join. Someone slides a box onto his table. Carla nods. VA Center dropped it off. Inside, a crisp shirt, new boots, A prepaid phone, a note. Thank you, Sergeant Dupree. Clarence blinks at it. He doesn't need gifts. He needs dignity. But maybe this is the price of forcing the world to look. Harold, he says quietly, you ever feel like people only see you once it's too late? Harold grumbles from the register. Only every damn day. But Clarence's video? It doesn't fade like others. It explodes. Thursday morning, the police issue a bland statement. We're investigating. Too late. The internet doesn't want PR. It wants accountability. Reed deletes his socials. Langley tries to go private. Too late. Old Facebook comments surface. Ugly ones. Real ugly. Protesters line the department entrance. Just a few dozen. But their signs say enough. I am Clarence Dupree. No chance. No megaphones. Just presence. Meanwhile, reporters keep digging. Langley? Not his first profiling complaint. Not even his fifth. Paper trails ignored. Until now. Clarence shook the whole tree with one phone call. Back at Henry's, everything's changed. Carla's been on TV twice. Harold's on blogs. Customers take selfies with Clarence's booth. I'm not a tourist stop, Clarence mutters. You're a mirror, Carla replies. And people don't always like what they see. But Clarence doesn't feel like a hero. Heroes sleep easy. He's still on a cot, still icing old injuries. Still wondering how survival became a trend. One evening, a van pulls up at the shelter. Two men in suits. They hand him an envelope. From the Secretary of Veterans Affairs. Apologies. Housing voucher. Therapist access. Caseworker. Clarence stares. Didn't ask for this. No, sir, one replies. But you earned it. That night, Clarence doesn't sleep much. He lies staring at the ceiling, thinking of the men who never made it back, who deserved this moment and got nothing. By Friday, both officers are suspended. The mayor apologizes. Langley, still clinging to his badge, but the walls are closing in. Clarence watches from the shelter steps. A news crew waits nearby. He ignores them, lights a cigarette. He doesn't usually smoke. Some days, you do what you need to. A woman walks by, stops. Thank you. Clarence nods. No words. He doesn't need to ask why. By Sunday, the hype dies down. Just regulars again at Henry's. Harold's eggs, Carla's sass. Clarence walks in. Same army jacket, but something's changed. The weight he carried, others finally see it. He stands in the middle of the diner. I got something to say. Carla pauses. The room quiets. I'm not a hero, Clarence says. Didn't want to be viral. I just wanted breakfast. He looks around. Some folks saw me, as a person, but others, they saw a threat. He taps his chest. I served this country. I buried friends for it, but when I came home, all I asked for was a seat. A hot meal, a little dignity, a few nods. There are thousands like me, Clarence continues. Homeless, forgotten, tired, not dangerous, just done. He raises his hand. Being poor ain't a crime. Being tired isn't weakness. And asking to be treated human shouldn't feel like a confrontation. Carla wipes her eye. Clarence smiles, small and kind. We all carry stories you don't see. So next time you think someone doesn't belong, maybe they do. Maybe more than you do. No applause, just silence. Sometimes truth doesn't shout. It sits. Later, people leave notes. One woman hands him a thank you card. Harold brings more coffee. Clarence walks to the shelter one last time, packs his bag, holds the VA apartment key. Heavy, cold, real. Social media moves on. Another trending clip, another outrage. But Clarence? He plants roots. A neighborhood greets him. Kids wave. Strangers smile. He volunteers at a school, talks to teens about silence, dignity, How to Stand Tall by simply sitting down. No fancy title. Just, this is Mr. Dupree. Listen when he speaks. Because now, people listen. More importantly, they see. Did this story open your eyes? Then don't leave without smashing that like button. Let's make sure stories like Clarence's never get ignored again. Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more powerful real-life stories that actually matter.